which you just released, and they're phenomenal. I'm leading everybody, and I could rest on them very nicely, and there's no problem. And, if they go up, they go down. I have to do the right thing. I think it's something that has to be done. I think it's a temporary move. I'm not looking at this long term. I'm looking at a temporary. We have to get our hands around a very serious problem.
All right, this comes on the heels of Trump's comments to thousands of supporters in South Carolina just on Monday. Watch this.
Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States until our country's representatives can figure out what the hell is going on.
Trump argues that what he's calling for is a necessary security measure, and that it's no different than what FDR did when Japanese Americans were placed in camps during World War II. But the Republicans are out swinging, with Jeb Bush calling him unhinged and Chris Christie saying this.
This is the kind of thing that people say when they have no experience and don't know what they're talking about. We do not need to resort to that type of activity, nor should we.
All right, even the House Speaker is weighing in.
Normally, I do not comment on what's going on in the presidential election. I will take an exception today. This is not conservatism. What was proposed yesterday is not what this party stands for, and more importantly, it's not what this country stands for.
So is this the moment Republicans have been waiting for? Will this unseat the Donald, or is he simply telling Americans what they want to hear? And the more the establishment goes after him, the more popular he becomes. Joining me right now is best-selling author Gina Loudon, and from the Accountability Project, Nomiki Konst. Good to have both of you here. Also with us, Saba Ahmed, the president and founder of the Republican Muslim Coalition. All right, I want to begin with Gina and Nomiki here. Gina, the knives are sharpening. Has he gone too far this time?
I don't think that it's a radical or unhinged idea to protect Americans from an entity that has declared war, that has no geographical boundaries. How are you supposed to protect America from those insurgents if you don't define the boundary that is what it is? And I also think that you have to consider that no foreigners have a constitutional right to come into our country. That applies only to Americans. It's like the establishment here is very confused.
I do want to point out once again that the House is voting on this measure that would restrict travel of foreigners coming into the United States, foreigners that have visited any of the 4 questionable countries. But Nomiki, going over to you, and the question of whether or not he's really pushing things too far. Gina makes the point that, maybe he's just being logical here, that we are in fact at a war, in a war with Islamic extremism. But, what's tough about this is that it's as though a religion, or parts of the religion, I should be specific to say, have become politicized, have become a political movement. And so it's not as easy as saying, okay, we're going to ban all communists, or we're going to ban fascism. You're talking about banning something that is a religion.
Right. And not only is it not even, you can't even do this. Like, functionally, you can't do this. The plan doesn't work. Not only that, the person who came up with this concept is this guy, this extremist who's banned by CPAC named Frank Gaffney. Frank Gaffney is the #1 Islamophobe in the country and literally creates material that he feeds to white supremacist groups. So who got this material? Who got this poll? The Washington Examiner, which I hope they retract it because it has been debunked. And Donald Trump is using that as his reasoning to present this argument. But there's no factual evidence of whether or not, conservatives agree with this. It's actually not even, the poll's not even true. So every single basis of his proposal isn't even true.
Gina, what about just the practicality of all of it? I mean, in that we do business with a lot of people overseas, and we not only do business with, we have military business with. In other words, we're relying on members of Jordan's official ranks to help us with intelligence gathering. Are we going to say, okay, none of you guys can come here, period?
I mean, this isn't such a radical idea when you think about the fact that Ted Cruz and Rand Paul offered similar measures, and when you start to look at,
well, they're saying let's put
anecdotal
a pause on refugees coming here. They're not actually saying let's ban every single Muslim from coming into the United States. I mean, what does that mean for someone who regularly is here on business or intelligence gathering?
Yeah, well, I think that, you know, those things probably won't change, but that's not what we're talking about. We are talking about an insurgent invasion of our country via refugees and illegal immigrants, and, by the way, visas and fiancé rights and student visas and all these other things. That's what we're talking about, putting a temporary pause on until we figure out how to protect Americans from being killed.
But
this
Gina, you know very well.
about,
This is. Do you know the war on terror has been going on for 15 years, if not more? You know that is unreal to say. A temporary suspension of all of our rights. We went through this post 9/11, and we've learned our lessons. We're not going to ban an entire
of what rights? We're not talking about a temporary suspension of any American's rights. We're talking about a temporary suspension of people coming into the country who have said we want to kill you. That's a difference.
There's a lot of concerns
That's a very
out
small
there on
percentage
both
of people
sides
who've
right
said
now.
that.
Gina Nomiki, thank you so much, as always.
Trish.
I do want to bring in right now Saba Ahmed, who is president